Now, I'm in Bunbury and it's after the 6th of January, and I'm just going to go through this detour to show what a detour that's set up for drivers looks like. So they've got a nice big clear variable message sign here, which is probably clearly visible a long way down the road there. And I imagine that sign probably went up sometime in advance of these works happening. Now, notice we've got signage on both sides of the road there telling us there's a detour here. Road closed ahead, local traffic only. Again, they've duplicated the signage. So if you can't see a sign on one side of the road, you can see it on the other. I'm looking at the backs of two signs here. So I guess when I reverse this, it's going to be clear where I'm going. Now I don't know where the detour goes. There's a sign over on my right saying, here we go, detour this way. All right, that's really badly placed because you don't see that until the last moment because it's hidden behind the wall there. I don't know who's doing their inspections after the signage has gone up, but that's obviously not very good for anyone, particularly drivers who'd be coming through there faster than I was. You need to make need to make that sign a lot more visible than that. So I don't know if anyone's bothered driving through and testing the signage yet. All right, so reduce speed 40, both sides of the road, duplicated. Really important principle, it's all duplicated. Prepare to stop, duplicated, both sides of the road. Now, why do that? Because it's rubbish bin day and the signs over here on the left are obscured, so stop here when directed. Now they're putting out the signage, so maybe they're actually going to duplicate that with something on both sides of the road. So it can be things like parked cars or bins, because remember this work's going to be going on for a month, so therefore all sorts of things could happen during that time to block the signage. All right, turning left, this sign is clearly visible, that's good. Road closed ahead, detour ahead. Again, the signage is all duplicated. Now, the detour sign pointing to the right, slightly obscured. It's a pedestrian sign, there's nothing over there on the right-hand side. So that wasn't great. And look, how do we know that the detour is now at an end? Because there's a sign that says end detour, only one of. All right, I can see a variable message sign up there. Let's go do a U-turn and go back and have a look at it from the other direction. Now, the principles they've applied there are pretty damn simple, and I don't know why they can't apply exactly the same principles to when they put a cycling detour in place. Right, let's go have a look. Right, VMS, super visible, absolutely crystal clear. No issues reading that whatsoever from a distance. It's not faded. It's pointing in the right direction. It's not blown out by the sun. What do we see going this way? Duplicated signage, road closed ahead. So, even if there was a car in that spot there, which it shouldn't be, it's a no stopping zone, wouldn't be an issue. Right, road closed ahead, duplicated. Detour sign blocked by the PO box. So that's an issue. They haven't made that very clear. They could probably raise that signage, make it larger, or most importantly, duplicate it. Now, there's a detour sign here, and it's hiding right behind this this traffic barrier. I'm actually going to photograph this. This is so terrible. That is just absolutely abysmal signage placement. But I'm guessing they haven't come through here yet. And done a layout test to see how everything looks. All right. Reduce speed. Yep, it's all duplicated. Prepare to stop. All duplicated. Stop here, wind directed. Okay, it's blocked by, you can't see that because of the vehicle there. Now, end roadworks, it's duplicated, but they've put this one behind a tree. Don't know why. They're really not thinking this morning, but at least it's duplicated, so they can hide one behind a tree and you can still see the other one. All right, let's see if we can find the Detour signage up ahead. Okay, the Detour sign telling me to turn right, kind of hidden behind a pole. Let's go around that broken glass. And unfortunately, they've put the Detour sign right at the intersection. So if you don't see it, it could be a very last minute thing. I would have thought you would have, Detour 50 metres or something like that. At least give people warning that there's a turn coming up. And look, I guess, Bunbury being Bunbury, smaller population, local knowledge, all that kind of thing. The locals are going to, kind of instinctively know where to go. Or it's they might have advertised this in the local newspaper, or the people who grew up here just know the place like the back of their hand, and they can figure it out. But for someone that left Bunbury 50 years ago, like myself, doesn't know the lay of the land exactly, doesn't know what's going on, is only here for a couple of days, this kind of stuff could be very confusing, which is why you need very clear signage to help out the numpties like me. Okay, what do we got here? Road closed ahead, duplicated, detour ahead, all good. Only a single detour sign off to the left. Might have even helped to have one straight ahead under that Sterling Street sign there. End detour. Very nice. So we can stand here with the seagulls for a minute and think about what we learned from that. Well, the first thing is nice, clear variable message signing, preferably going up well in advance, a couple of weeks before the work. Duplication of all signage, make sure it's on both sides of the roads. So if one side is blocked, you can see the signage on the other. Doing checking, most importantly testing it, checking it, verifying it, auditing it, making sure that all road users can see the signage after you've put it out. We saw some terrible examples there, absolutely abysmal examples of signage placement where it was partly or either completely blocked or blocked until the very last second. And the other one is sometimes when you're telling people to turn left or whatever, you might want to just have an advance warning, like 50 metres turn left kind of sign, so they don't just come across the turn sign at the very last second, and then it's like, oop, indicate I turn now, good luck everybody. So some good and some really bad. So I'm not going to get a chance to come back and have a look at that, but hopefully once they've actually finished putting out that signage, the supervisor or whatever is going to jump in the ute and do a drive through and go, what the hell, that's got to move, that's got to move, that's got to move. And this is one of those things where the plan may say that's where you put the sign. And so whoever's drawn up the plan has done it from their desk and hasn't realised, for instance, there's a traffic barrier there that's going to block the sign, which is a terrible way of drawing up plans. And hopefully the supervisor will have the authority to move that and put it in a more sensible location, because that's just brain dead and mindlessly. Okay, I guess they have to mindlessly follow the plan, but they should be pulling in whoever authored that plan and saying, can you approve shifting this, because this is idiotic. I guess it'd be really nice if someone from the council actually came out and had a look at these things as well, someone from their traffic management or roads group, to make sure the contractors are actually getting it right. Because if the managers aren't inspecting, was it that stuff only happens that the managers inspect or something like that? There's some old Peter Drucker saying or whatever. But essentially, unless managers look at things, staff don't do stuff properly. So it's your job as a manager to actually, control, manage, audit, all that kind of stuff. Right, it's enough MBA theory or whatever for one day. Let's keep writing.